So to start this top off, you're going to take your category 3 yarn, make a slip knot, then grab your 4mm hook and make a chain of 15. Now that you have your chain of 15, we're going to add one, and then we're going to single crochet second loop from the hook, and then single crochet 7 times. 7, and then in the 8th loop we are going to single crochet 3 times into the same loop. And then from there we're just going to single crochet on the rest of the chain. And this is what you should have so far. And from here we're just going to do the same pattern over again. So we're just going to chain 1, flip our work, and then single crochet all the way down until we reach the middle loop. Now that we've reached the middle loop, we're going to single crochet 3 times into there again. And then single crochet all the way back down. This is what you should have for 2 rows. We're going to do it one more time. So we're going to chain 1, flip your work, single crochet all the way down until you get to the middle loop. And once when you get to the middle loop, single crochet 3 times into that middle loop. And then single crochet all the way back down. And you're going to do this pattern until this V gets big enough to your liking. So this is what you should have so far. This part should fit right underneath your neck, and then this point should fit right underneath your chest. And what we're going to do now is work on the side panels that connect to the back strap. So how we're going to start that off is chain 1, I already did. Flip your work and then single crochet all the way down until you get to the last 2 loops right before you hit the peak. Now we have 1, 2, 3 loops, and then the peak is right here. So we're going to single crochet into this one, and then we have 1, 2, and then the peak. And then in these next 2 we're going to decrease. So how that works is that you're going to put your hook into 1 loop, pull through, and without doing anything else, slide it into the next loop, pull through, yarn over, and then pull through all 3. And then we're going to chain 1, flip your work, and then we're going to decrease again on this end. So we're going to go through first loop, pull through, go through second loop, pull through, and then pull through all 3. And then from here we're just going to single crochet all the way back down with no decreases, and then once when you reach the end, chain 1, flip your work until we get all the way back down here, and then I'll meet you back. Now that we're almost back down to this peak, we're going to keep single crocheting until we get the very last 2 loops left in this row, and then we're going to decrease again. We're going to chain 1, flip your work, decrease right here, and then single crochet all the way down. And that is the pattern that we're going to do until we get all the way to the end, and it's going to taper all the way into a triangle point, and then I'll meet you when we're back there. And this is where we're at. We just have a few rows left, so we're going to chain 1, flip our work, And then we're going to single crochet 1 and then decrease, chain 1, flip your work, and then there's only 2 loops left, so we're just going to decrease in both of these and then pull through all 3. And then now that we're done, we don't have any more loops to go through, we're just going to chain 1 and then cut. And this is one side of our work that we have. So we're going to do the same exact thing that we did here over here. Now, just to show you how to get started on this other side for the side panel, we're going to make a slip knot and then connect it into the non-decreasing side. So this side right here. Be a little bit easier to work with. Go ahead and slide your hook through. And then chain 1 to secure, and go ahead and work it just like how we did the other one, and then I'll meet you once when we're done with this side as well. Alright, we are almost done with the other side panel, so I'm just going to show you how I end it and what we do from there. So we're still decreasing on this side. Chain 1, put your work. Okay, so we're right here. We don't have any more loops to go through, so we're just going to chain 1 to secure that portion, and then from here we're going to, since we have that chain 1, we're going to chain 1, 2, and then this will count as a double crochet. And then from here we're going to chain 1, 2, 3. And then from here we're going to prepare for a double crochet, go back into this corner that we were just in, do your double crochet, and then this is a corner piece. So from here we're just going to chain 1, and then we're going to work back down this way. So since we have our chain 1, we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then there's no specific spot for you to insert your hook, so you're just going to have to eyeball it and keep it as even as possible. And then we're going to have this pattern going on. So this is chain 1, and insert your hook just like that. Chain 1, double crochet. And then we're going to keep doing this pattern all the way up until we hit right here, this corner, and then I'll teach you how to even this V out in a moment. And since we're almost to this corner, I'm going to show you how to do that. We got a couple more to do. And chain 1. And since we need to get into this corner, we're not going to do a double crochet, we're just going to chain 3. We already have our chain 1 here, so chain another 3. That does count as a double crochet, and we're going to insert it into this corner with a slip stitch. And this is what we have so far in this corner. Now that we're at this corner, we're going to want to even out this V. So how we're going to do that is that we're going to do 3 single crochet into these loops that we have. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to do 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets. 1, 2, 2, and then we're going to work back down, so 3 half double crochets, and then single crochet the rest of the way. So 3 single crochet, 1, 2, 3. So this is what we should have so far. And now that we're back at this corner, we're going to do this same exact pattern, going down this way and then along the bottom as well. So to get that started, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, an extra chain, so 4 in total, and then prepare for a double crochet, and then go ahead and get that pattern started. Now that we're almost to this corner, I'm just going to show you how to do corners one more time. So we have one more, so we're going to chain 1, we're going to prepare for a double crochet, and then find the corner loop, or any loop closest to the corner that you can fit into. Go ahead and insert your hook and do a double crochet, and then we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, prepare for another double crochet, and then go into the same exact loop that your first double crochet went into, and then go ahead and chain 1, and then continue your pattern on the bottom right here. Now that we're back to this corner, we're just going to connect it. And how we do that, since we have our very last double crochet before we reach this corner, we're just going to chain 1 and then count in this original corner that we did. Remember, we did chain 3. We're going to count out 1, 2, 3 to find the third chain, and go ahead and do a slip stitch to connect it. And then we're going to do another layer of this same pattern. So how we're going to do that is that we're going to chain up 1, 2, 3, and just like this corner, we're going to do another 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to double crochet into this corner loop that we have right here. And then this is a corner. We're going to chain 1, and prepare for a double crochet, and then crochet into each of the double crochets that we already have. And then we're still going to be working on evening out this V for one last row, so I'll meet you once when we get back to this corner. We have one more double crochet to do before we get to this V part. So we're going to chain 1, and we're not going to double crochet, we're going to chain 1, 2, 3. That counts as a double crochet, and then we are going to connect it to this bottom chain 3 that we did earlier with a slip stitch. And then now we're here, and then we're going to slip stitch our way down this chain 3 until we get to this corner right here. There we go. And then we're going to do this same exact pattern one more time. So we're going to do 3 single crochet, 3 half double crochet, I'm going to do 2 regular double crochet, and then go ahead and do the same thing but backwards. So 3 half double crochet, 2, 3, and then 3 single crochet. And go ahead and slip stitch 3 times into this chain so that we can get this second pattern started. 1, 2, 3. And the pattern is going to be exactly the same, so go ahead and chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and then double crochet into this double crochet right here, and then work that way down all the way until you're done with this row. You're nearly done with the second row now, so we're just about to finish that off. Double crochet, chain 1. We're going to connect it to this corner that we have, so find the 1, 2, 3, the third chain that we did. Go ahead and connect it with a slip stitch. And what we're going to do now is one of the last things that we have to do, which is actually add scallops along the edging. So how we're going to do that is we're going to chain 1, and since we're already closer to this side of the corner, I'm just going to work my way back this way because that's easier. I'm going to chain 1 that we already did, 2, 3, and then we're going to make a shell in the second opening that we have. So this is the corner, skip this one, make a shell in the second one. So we're going to prepare for double crochet 7 times into this second loop that we had. Six and 7. And then from here, we're just going to continue this pattern all the way down. So the next loop that we're going to work in is that we're going to skip the next 2. We're going to skip these 2, and then we're going to put another shell in this third one. So go ahead and double crochet 7 times into that loop. And this is what we should have so far. And we're just going to do the same pattern all the way around the top. Now that we're done with our scallops, we are just going to connect this corner. So we're going to chain 3 and go ahead and find the corner piece and slip stitch into that. And then from here, the only thing that we have to do left is make the body straps. So from here, we're going to make a chain of 75, 75, and then flip this over, and then 75 in these 2 corners, and then you're just going to weave in your ends and call it a day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.